This is my first talking video, I guess I would say. Like, I've made a lot of videos in the past, but this is my first one where I'm talking to a camera, even though I know that no one is watching. So this video is going to be a mid-year review, as it is currently July in 2017. And at the beginning of this year, I made this little poster board, and it has kind of 100 resolutions that I wanted to achieve in 2017. And this definitely doesn't have 100 yet. Maybe it never will, but it was kind of a way to motivate me to get out of my comfort zone and actually accomplish something in 2017 that I would also remember. So I'm just going to go through the list one by one and see, kind of like review how I've been going so far this year. So no particular order, the first one that I'm looking on my board is spend less. If you had a look at my current bank account, it wouldn't look like I've spent less, but I've been getting into a lot more other things, so I don't know, it's hard to judge. The second thing on my list is learn how to get into an American college, and this is for my little sister. And ever since I finished up my exchange study abroad program in America, I've just been obsessed with looking at global opportunities. So I definitely think that's something that we can tick off, because since the beginning of this year she's gone to 2 seminars about global opportunities, and I've gone to one of them with her. The next one is such a fail. It's learning how to drive. Yeah, I'm 20 years old and I still don't know how to drive. I've had my L's license since I was either 17 or 18, and since then I've probably done a grand total of like 30 seconds behind the wheel. The one time that I just started reversing out of the car, my mum asked my dad to help her out with something, so then he abandoned the driving lesson and I've never learned ever since. Okay, the next resolution was to get abs. And I know that seems very superficial and not a very healthy, realistic goal, but it wasn't meant to be that strict. It was just meant to see how fit can I get, how much can I prioritize my health and my physical appearance in terms of fat content. And I started going to the gym, which we'll kind of talk about later. But I did get kind of close to abs when I sucked in everything, but I still don't have abs, noticeable abs I should say. Communicate better. Notable examples is when I was pitching for my startup project early this year, and I think my performance in my startup group with my co-founders showed me that I did have a lot of skills in terms of communication and presentation that I could bring. And we ended up doing really well in those pitches. And I guess on the flip side, I recently did an assessment center for the scholarship program, and I realized that with lack of preparation, my communication skills are actually quite hindered. So I know what works for me and what I need to improve on, and that is communicating on the go. Again, I'm wearing my glasses right now, because even though I think I look funny in them, I can actually see what's happening. So the next resolution, a lot of these are quite interdependent. Help Olivia with academics and career. So I'll give that a tick for sure. Moving along, there's one which is learning to let go, which is quite arguable. I think with the current lens that I have on this resolution, letting go means accepting that the opportunities that I have in my life, not all of them I can take and not all of them I can achieve, and I can't do everything at once. In fact, I can't even do everything within my lifetime, and I need to be a little bit more okay with that and not be so hard on myself. I think that's something that I should still constantly improve upon. I've definitely learned to not put too much on my plate at one time, arguably. Invest more in what I'm learning. I definitely tried to. This is the aftermath of everything that I did in America. So I just loved every single subject that I learned, and I did really well in terms of mark. So I kind of just like correlated that to, if you're investing more in what you're learning, if you're enjoying what you're learning, you'll just get better marks. Fortunately, that's not always the case. I mean, I just got my university results back in Australia, which has a completely different curriculum and marking system compared to the American university that I went to. Within like the mid-semester results, I was already understanding that investing more into what I'm learning will not always correlate to better marks. So I definitely gave up with investing more into what I'm learning midway through my semester, and I'm still figuring out if that's good or bad, but we'll see. Okay, so the next one is wearing less makeup, which is, I don't know if that's a resolution of mine anymore. And as you can see, I'm wearing makeup. This resolution is kind of not in line with my values anymore. I wrote this resolution because in 2016 I wear makeup religiously, and I would wear it because I felt afraid that people wouldn't think I was as pretty as I was without makeup. Whereas this year, makeup is kind of a different thing to me. I can spend up to half an hour applying my makeup in the morning, and I know that sounds ridiculous, and sometimes I'll be halfway through and I'll be like, I'm so tired, I need a rest. But really, makeup to me now is quite therapeutic. I really love the application and the learning and the different types of application you can apply, the different makeup looks you can apply onto your face, and that to me is a way of expressing my creativity and a way of therapy and meditation, which I didn't think I would ever say, just because I always thought ignorantly that saying that was kind of like your excuse, like you really just wear makeup to impress people. But I'm starting to think differently about it now, so I'll let you know how it goes at the end of the year. So the next resolution I know is a complete fail, and is starting a photography portfolio. The next one is also a fail. It's swimming more, which I probably swam a grand total of like 5 times this year, and that's like stretching it. Whoops. The next one, okay, these are all like fails or getting there. So learning how to penny board, nope. Saving $5,000, nope. Reading 10 books, so far I've probably read like 5 and a bit, but that includes all of the young adult fiction that my friend recommended to me, which I guess I wouldn't be proud of saying this was a book that I read, but I mean, like, the authors that wrote it like believed in their work, so I should also, you know, regard it, not disregard it. So I have created 3 issues in Start Boo, and Boo is a digital magazine that me and my boyfriend were hoping to start. So that hasn't eventuated yet, and we'll see how it goes, depending on our priorities. Okay, my next one is read 1 Vietnamese article a fortnight, which has been a complete fail. My Vietnamese is just as shit as it was before, which I'm not proud of at all. My next one is write more, which actually, like, I forget about a couple of these resolutions. I've been getting really much into journaling again, with the inspirations of bullet journals on YouTube, and my friend who is a big bullet journaler. So yes, I have been writing more, and I'm really happy about that. The next one is travel, which I have done. I've done it recently. I traveled to Cairns with my family, and it was the first time we've had a family holiday in quite a long time. One could say like maybe a decade. Was it a decade or was it 7 years? I can't remember, but we haven't traveled in forever, so I was very happy that I was able to sneak in a little bit of travel this year. Donate $5 to charity every single month, and that has been a success. The next one is make 10 plus film. Oh my god, I've almost made 10, and it hasn't even been the whole year yet. Wow. I'm sure I'm missing a couple others as well, but that's all I can think of right now. So that's quite, you know, I'm quite happy with that, seeing as though I'm planning to release 2 more just in the following week. So yay, being more positive, which I would say yes, get an internship or job, which has been a success. That's probably one of the highlights of this year so far, which is, I mean, maybe to some that's a bit superficial, but to me it was a goal and I reached it, so woohoo! My next one is make 5 803 vlogs, and only certain people will know what that means, and I'm not going to explain it, but I haven't done any, which has been quite the fail. I've learned 1 nocturne, which has been a complete fail. I've hardly touched my piano this year. My next one is exercise 3 times a week, which has been, I'm going to give myself like a B- for that. And that leads me to the next one, which has been a success, which is joining the gym, which I did this year. I've never like stuck to that resolution, but I finally did this year. And even though it's so painful to my bank account, it's quite good for me. Drink more water, which lately hasn't been that successful, but overall this year I would say successful. Be more confident, which arguable, I would still work on that. I think working with a startup and doing so many interviews this year for internships and VACI programs has taught me to be confident in some ways, but I still need to improve in other ways. So yeah, next one is get dad to gain weight and help mum to lose weight, which probably B- again, I would say. Join a consulting club, which B-. I've technically joined, like I've gone to GMs, but I only went to like 5, and I'm probably not going to go to any this semester, so actually a fail, I'll say. Next one is learn HTML, CSS and more R. 2 of them I'll give ticks because I learned HTML and CSS, but I haven't learnt more in R Studio, which is quite a pity because R was great. Design Boo was a fail. Do 2 hackathons was a fail, but I've done like case comps, so maybe that is like, I mean, case comps is arguably an equivalent on the business side of things, so I'm gonna give that kind of it. The next one is careless, which I'm gonna give myself a fail. I'm not even going to give myself a pass for that, because I think this year there have been so many opportunities that have been arising in my life, and as much as I've like learned to let go with some of them, I still definitely put in a lot of care and a lot of effort, a lot of time and a lot of like emotions into what I do, which can sometimes be quite negative in terms of learning how to bounce back and move forward and do more and not be bogged down. Keep in contact with Dulika, Shayna, Kevin, Rohit, Daisang and Jennifer, who are people that I met in America, and I would give that like a maybe 50%, 60%. Yeah, some of these I'm not going to go into too much. But I just saw Shayna like 3 days ago, so that's good. It was great. She's the best. Decorate my room, which like a 50% pass. Everything else still looks shit, so. Decrease up speaking. Well, I guess editing this video will be the determinant of that. Do a beach run once a week, which has been a fail. I've done it probably around like 3 times this year. My next one is attend 90% of lectures I've done, and that's because I try to invest more in what I'm learning. So actually that resolution kind of came true, because I did invest more into what I would usually do in 1st and 2nd year, which is attend no lectures. Cleaning. And it was cleaning the room once a week, the study twice a week, the house once a week, and the toilet once a week. They've all been massive fails. Sorry, Mom. Drinking green tea at least once a day, which I've definitely drunk green tea like when I've remembered about this resolution, but I just don't remember it every day, so I just don't do it every day. Watch Q&A on ABC more often. Actually, literally once a week, which has been a fail. I don't know, it's just not that interesting to me anymore. I know that I should probably get back into being politically active and knowledgeable about my community, but it's been a little bit hard and a little bit infuriating. And I have been unfortunately substituting the ABC with things I see on Facebook, and that hasn't been that good. So I think I should be focusing on that resolution a little bit more. Film 1, CCC. Oh, I've obviously forgotten about it and I haven't done it. The next one is be vegetarian on Fridays, which has been a fail. I changed from Fridays to I think Thursdays, and then I changed it to every meal except for dinner, and it's been on and off. I think the reason being is because I've been a little bit confused about my actions and their impact and what I could be doing best for whatever cause and so on and so forth. So I've been trying to do a little bit more research, but overall I'll just say that's a fail. My next one has been quite successful, which is learning Premiere Pro, but then also learning After Effects, which has been a fail because my After Effects program doesn't work. My next one is having a $50 limit on gifts, which has been a fail. Increase WAM by 2. I think this is term WAM because it was overall that would be quite the solid achievement, but this semester I increased my WAM by 1 mark, so hopefully next semester it can be another, so overall be increased by 2. My next one is have a smoothie 5 times a week, which has been a complete fail. Watch less makeup YouTube videos and watch more vlogs to learn about, you know, that area of YouTube, which I haven't necessarily watched less makeup, but I definitely have watched more vloggers, so 50-50, and I've definitely started appreciating the makeup beauty community a lot more on YouTube and their story and how they contribute to the creativity of it all. Okay, so my next resolution was rock climb more, because there was a rock climbing part of the gym in the university that I went to in America, and I fell in love with rock climbing. My friends encouraged me to do it, and it was such a great escape from academics and all the other nasty things that you have to do in the semester. Unfortunately, I've done a total of 0 rock climbs back in Sydney just because it is so expensive, and I just haven't prioritized it. Take off makeup every day, which I would give myself an A- for that because I have, but there have been like maybe 2 to 3 times that I've just forgotten, embraced mistakes. And I think that's been a success. I mean, it started off as a success because I wrote this with a 2016, but instead of rewriting the whole thing as I would have surely done in the past, I just covered it up with a piece of paper. And even though it may look a little bit silly and not perfect, I wasn't going for perfection anyway. My last resolution is something that I just wrote a couple days ago when I decided that I'm going to prioritize creating content a little bit more this coming semester, because I really didn't when other opportunities arose. It was quite startling to see how quickly I flipped the switch in terms of what's good for me and what I want to do and whatever. Like, it's hard to judge what is going to be good for me in the future, but I've just decided that I need to put in a little bit more creative spirit into content, into YouTube as a platform, and how I grow this platform if I ever do, which it's an experiment. I don't mind too much. So I wrote down here, get 50 subscribers. And I know that that's quite a small number to some, especially with people getting like 70 million subscribers these days, but to me it's also just about putting my lessons into good use and creating content and doing cool stuff. Okay, that's my half-yearly wrap-up. I hope it was interesting to whoever watched it, and this wasn't as nerve-wracking as I thought it would be. I think once you get into talking to a camera, it gets a lot more normal. So we'll see what happens in the future. I probably won't make a video like this for some time, but maybe I'll do a voiceover. We don't know. Okay, I'm gonna go now. Catch you later. Bye.
Bless the fact we still move together, 'cause I know